What up, Dokkaners? If you had to guess, how many characters have been given an EZA on JP that Global has yet to receive? There are only 3 celebrations separating the 2 versions, so can you maybe take a guess? 5, 4, 8, 10? Nope. The answer is over 20, folks. Over 20 characters have been given new EZAs since JP got them and Global has yet to receive them. So in this video, we're going to be covering every single one of those EZAs so that way you guys can plan ahead and be aware of what is to come so that you can Dokkan responsibly. That is what we do here. So let's just jump in and take a look at all of this. We're going to start with the 7-year anniversary because that is obviously the thing that most people care about. This is the one that has the most hype. So after the 7-year, we will cover every other EZA that will be dropping after or before that on Global. So 7-year anniversary first. Let me know in the comments, what is your most highly anticipated EZA for the 7-year anniversary? They don't have to be good. You just have to tell me which unit has you the most excited on the 7-year EZA set. So we're going to start with the free-to-plays. I'm not going to go and read every single EZA. That's going to take way too long. I'm going to primarily read the summonable ones because those are more hype, obviously. But these units are also decent and worth mentioning. I'm not going to spend too much time on them. This is a Goku's family sub-lead, Goku Chi-Chi. This is part of a dual, actually a triple Extreme Z area event that is happening on Global or on the 7-year anniversary for these 3 EZAs. Let me pull that up right here. Yeah, this event right here. Oh wait, no, these are their respective story events that they're receiving the units, but then the actual Extreme Z battle will be taking place on the EZ area for, I think it's called like the Faded Bloodline Extreme Z area. This one right here. This will be giving us 3 EZAs, one of which is an LR. So we've got Goku Chi-Chi, we got Vegeta Bulma. Then, oh, we also have the Vegeta Jr. and Goku Jr. This one Global already received, so this one doesn't really apply. So I'm not going to count this since we already have that. But then also the LR Gohan, Goten, and Trunks. I hate this Dokkan Wiki. Stop shoving that in my face. So these 3 units are receiving their EZAs. Let's take a look quickly at those as well. We got the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks right here. This is a Hybrid Saiyans Join Forces lead. Basically, this unit has a lot of stats to gain, but you have to have Goku attacking in the same turn, Vegeta attacking in the same turn. So it's kind of a flexible unit. Can gain some considerable stats depending on what sort of rotations you have, but you won't get the full effect of his passive in one setting because you have to have Vegeta's and Goku's attacking at the same time, which is going to be a little harder to execute. Unless, of course, you run Join Forces and you have a Goku Vegeta attacking at the same turn. And then where's the other EZA? Oh, did I get rid of it? I think I accidentally got rid of it. Let me pull up the Vegeta Bulma. We're not going to talk about what the unit does, but Vegeta Bulma is also receiving an EZA. I think out of the 3, unfortunately, this one was the least revered of the EZAs because it was just not as good. So, yeah, I'm going to hope that they're wrong when I actually run the unit and see for myself, but I think a lot of people did say that the Vegeta Bulma is the most mid. Now let's move on to the summonable units. We're going to talk about these because the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the Omega Shenron, the God Goku, and the God Vegeta. These 4 EZAs are basically the EZA corresponding to their respective Dokkan Festival LR. So these are going to be the most hype. Let's take a look. 170% fusion lead for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Get rid of this Dokkan Wiki. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and greatly lowers defense. Attack and defense plus 150%. Extreme class enemies attack and defense minus 20. High chance of attacks being effective against all types. Attack and defense plus 25% for 5 turns with each super attack performed up to 50. This is a crazy temporary attack boost for 5 turns. This is going to make this unit a way more powerful than people would previously expect. Great chance to evade and counter with tremendous power. This is a big change from before because there was no defense on the Gogeta. So this Gogeta can now actually hold his own if the counters don't take place. I hate this Dokkan Wiki. Shadow Dragon Saga, 170% lead for Omega Shenron. This guy launches super upon super. Well, that's the hope anyway. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack and gains more stats along the way. This is kind of reminiscent of a physical cooler where you just gain more stats as you launch more attacks. Also raises defense for 1 turn. Out of the 2, I'm a little bit more hyped for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta for links as well as synergy. But yeah, this Omega Shenron is going to be great too because he's the big bad bosses. Shadow Dragons, massively, desperately needed an extreme leader that was respectable. So this unit will now be a lot more formidable on events. Then we've got the God Goku and the God Vegeta. The God Goku is, quite honestly, one of the best units in the game. I don't think people understand how good this unit is. We don't need to read any part of this passive aside from this last part. Damage received minus 77% when there's a movie bosses or pure Saiyans category enemy. Folks, that is basically every major event in Dokkan. This is just not fair. I'm saying this as a Vegeta fan because when you compare this EZA to the God Vegeta, it's a joke. It is an absolute joke. Which one is better? This guy's a key +3, 130% for tech, raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and seals. Key +3 attack and defense +150, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow. This directly corresponds to the 7-year LR for the God Saiyans. They do need rainbow orbs. This helps them out. Attack and defense +7% in addition per key sphere obtained, plus an additional attack and defense +77% with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. And then, of course, the invincible 77% damage reduction. This is just absurd, folks. So this might be my most highly anticipated EZA. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I'm a Vegeta fanboy, I can't deny that Goku is really good. Greatly raises attack, causes supreme damage, and greatly lowers defense. This is the Vegeta, 130% key +3 for super STR. Key +3 and addition or attack and defense +150. High chance of guarding all attacks. This is just really 77% damage reduction, and you give Vegeta a high chance to guard. That does not seem fair. I'm gonna call foul on that one. Plus an additional attack and defense +77% for 3 turns after receiving an attack. Come on. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack. Great chance of sending the attacked enemy when there's a movie bosses or pure Saiyans category enemy. So yeah, it is very obvious which one is better. It is the Goku. I regret to inform you, Vegeta fans, we have failed once again. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. All right, let's move on here to this, the LR EZAs. So this is one of the biggest EZAs to date, the 3-year LR EZAs, which means every anniversary unit will eventually be receiving their EZAs. The Fusion and the Potara leads are incredibly powerful. So we're going to talk about this real quickly. The base version of both of these units do the exact same thing. They both have the same passive, so I'm just going to read it once. Fusion or Potara, 180%. Physical key +3, 120%. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal or mega colossal damage. And then for the passive, attack and defense +180 at the start of the turn. Medium chance of performing a critical hit, medium chance of evading enemies' attacks, including super attack, key +2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. Uses on turn 6 when health is below 50%. So unfortunately, folks, this part has not changed. They both will take 6 turns, but when they do transform, they become beasts. So the only major difference between these two units in what they do is the passive with their EZAs. They both greatly raise attack and defense. They both raise, both raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Both greatly raise defense for 1 turn. This unit raises allies attack +30%. This one lowers enemies attack and defense twice by greatly lowering. And then for the passive, I'm gonna have to read these ones twice. Fully recovers HP once only. Attacks effective against all types. Attack and defense +200% from the start of the turn. That is the same for JP, or not for JP, for the Potara. Fully recovers, and then attack and defense +200%. That right there is the exact same, but the attacks effective against all types is a Gogeta-centric thing. Performs a critical hit when attacking, and high chance of evading enemies' attack for 3 turns from the start of the turn. So while Gogeta gets more of the offensive-oriented ability here, attacks being effective against all types, attacks hitting, critical hit, and all that stuff, that is more of a Gogeta thing. Vegito gets the defensive. Reduces damage received by 30% for 3 turns, and counters normal attacks. That was a Potara Vegito trait, so that is still going to be maintaining on this fused form, and that is the key difference here. High chance of evading, or high chance of performing a critical hit, and medium chance of evading enemies' attacks starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So after this 3-turn ability fades, you still retain that ability, but a little bit less effective. Same goes for the Vegito. Instead of 30% damage reduction, it drops down to a 15% damage reduction. Key +3 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. That still stays the same for the Gogeta as well. So that is the one major difference. One is offense, one is defense, but in reality, the Vegito is better because defense means offense with these counters. So this is a much better unit in my opinion, but still both insanely hyped because both lead 180%, dude. They're so good. They're so good. Now let's talk about these Super Saiyan 4 EZAs. We're not even done. We're not even halfway through this video. We're just talking about the 7-year EZAs. The Super Saiyan 4 EZAs will be happening through a Destined Rivals event. Both units with their EZAs are monsters. Goku's family 180%. Massively raises defense, raises attack for 1 turn. Causes colossal, massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes mega colossal. I'm gonna say the same thing for the Vegeta. Same exact thing. Vegeta's family 180%. Same exact super attacks, except massively raising attack on the 12th key and raising defense once. That is the difference for the Vegeta and the Goku. So Goku is defense-centric and Vegeta is offensive-centric. And then for the passive, they're exactly the same. Attack and defense +140 plus an additional attack +20% at the start of each turn. up to 60%. This is the Goku, so he's getting more of a focus on the attack, on that nuke, or on the gaining of attack overturned. This for the Vegeta is a little bit more balanced. A Vegeta gets attack plus 10, defense plus 20 at the start of each turn, so he is a lot more balanced unit, but that is sort of a compensation for the fact that he was more offensive centric on his 12 key super attack. So it all evens out in the end. Key plus 2 per rainbow or AGL key sphere obtained, plus an additional key plus 1 per key sphere obtained. Medium chance of evading enemies super attack and countering with tremendous power. That is exactly the same on Vegeta as well, except it's STR. And then nullifies enemies' actions for 1 turn when facing 2 or more enemies when using active skill or performing a super attack when key is 24. Exactly the same with the Goku. And then their active skill, they both massively raise attack temporarily and cause ultimate damage from turn 4 onwards. So these guys are ridiculous. And that concludes the EZAs for the 7-year anniversary. So let me know in the comments which one is your most anticipated EZA. It probably would be an LR EZA, but for me, folks, the answer is God Goku. It is unfair. It is criminal. The difference in skill between these two units and their EZAs is just not even close to fair. Now let's take a look at the Ginyu Dokkan Festival Celebration. We're going to start to skim through these because I don't want to make this video way too long. So we have the Ginyu Force EZ area and the Team Bardock EZ area that are both going to be dropping. We've talked about this before. Both of these teams are getting their full EZAs. They are both going to be highly recruitable for free-to-play teams. Make sure you guys farm these out. Unfortunately, neither one of them has an LR EZA yet. They will get those in the future at some point. But one thing to take note of for the Ginyu Force is that not only are we getting the TUR EZAs, but we are also getting the LR physical Ginyu Force EZA. This is a very expensive thing to do, so while you can prepare for this, don't buy anything from the Battlefield Memory Shop for the LR Ginyu Force yet. You should wait until the announcement gets made in-game. We'll talk about this again. I already talked about this in a video, but this is a very expensive thing that some players may not want to actually do because it's quite a high cost for an LR EZA that may not be getting a lot of mileage for your particular game. So these units are getting EZAs. And then one last thing, we are also getting the Super Strike EZA event renewal for the Android 16, who is a defensive specialist, reduces damage received, gains significant defense with his new build. So those are all of the EZAs that are going to be dropping on the Ginyu Dokkan Festival celebration. Out of these, I would say I'm probably most excited for the LR physical Ginyu Force, but that's of course because I care about the Ginyu Force and I like them. And of course, I've been playing this game a lot, so I have the ability to buy this EZA, but some of you may not. But let me know what is your most anticipated from that one. And now let's move on to the Raditz Dokkan Festival celebration. And probably most of you are going to be saying Turles is the biggest hype EZA. This one we're actually going to read because this one is a must read. This unit is a must have, folks. Movie bosses, key plus 3, 170%, extreme class 100%, key plus 3, raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage with a medium chance to stun. Attack and defense plus 160, all allies key plus 3, attack plus 40%, all allies defense plus 40% when there's a superclass enemy. Superclass enemies attack minus 20%, and then activates Fruit of the Loom when conditions are met. 30% chance to activate Fruit of the Loom when HP is 80% or below, and then it will last for 3 turns. When he transforms into Big Boy Turles, he can raise attack and defense, cause immense damage with a high chance to stun. And then he gets an attack and defense plus 200% stat boost, dude. Recovers 20% health. All allies key plus 3 plus an additional defense plus 100 when facing a superclass enemy. Superclass enemies defense minus 80% and then attacks effective against all types. Oh yeah, on top of all of that, when HP is 80% or more. So yeah, Turles is a must-have on any extreme team. He is the biggest attraction in this Raditz Dokkan Festival celebration, which will be dropping after the 7-year anniversary. Still, I cannot believe how mid the Raditz is compared to the Turles. So now let's look ahead at the rest of the campaign here. We have the Prime Battle Vegeta Extreme Challenge campaign, and we've got the Super Strike event renewal for the Kid Vegeta. In the Vegeta EZA event, you actually are going to be needing the other units to have their EZAs as well, including Tarble. So Kaba, Yardrai Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Turtle School Goku all have to be EZA'd and rainbowed. LR Krillin has to be rainbowed as well. And you also have to have Tarble, who will be receiving his EZA in this campaign. So let's first look at the Vegeta EZA. Pure Saiyan's key plus 4, 130% lead. I'm not going to spend too much time reading this. I've read it before. This guy gains more stats as he launches supers. And he actually is a lot better than he used to be, obviously, because before he was trash. So this will be a fun one for free-to-play players to look forward to. He is a free-to-play Pure Saiyan's lead. You could run this lead with your Prime or your Team Bardock EZA too. Think about that. So now we've got the Tarble and the Gotenks from the Goku and his Friends Are Back story event. I'm not going to read these EZAs. Basically, the Tarble is a support who can change some orbs here and there, and the Gotenks actually can pad on the numbers quite a bit and launch multiple supers with the correct conditions. So both units are interesting finds and ones that you should invest some time into. Of course, when you're farming out the Goku and his friends event, or Goku and his friends are back event, you can also earn those radishes that could then be used to farm out some free Kais. So it definitely does benefit you to actually get these EZAs taken care of. And I believe that is it. And then we've got the Super Strike event renewal for the Kid Vegeta. This one I think is actually a pretty crazy high stat number for a passive. Yeah, this one is the one. Yeah, attack and defense plus 60%. Then he can gain, oh wait, this is the EZA. Attack and defense plus 100. Then he can get another attack and defense plus 100. Then he gets another attack plus 100. Then he gets defense plus 50, defense plus 50, and also has a possibility for launching an additional super attack with 3 or more key spheres. Raising attack for 1 turn has a high chance to stun. This unit may not seem like he's very good because the links are a little obscure. The overall stats may not be very high, but this unit can actually put some pretty crazy numbers for a free-to-play youth category unit. That's not bad. So he is going to be a fun one to farm out as well, in my humble opinion. And with that, folks, I believe that is it for every single EZA that is coming up. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. And yeah, folks, we're going to be very busy in the next couple of campaigns with all of these different EZAs. So look forward to all of that. Farm those units ahead of time if you want to. Dokkan responsibly or not, the choice is up to you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, what is your most highly anticipated EZA for the 7-year anniversary? And then what is your most highly anticipated EZA outside of the 7-year anniversary? Let me know which unit it is and why in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.